Hello, Just Jax here and welcome to my channel. Today, in the spirit of Halloween, I've got an array of goodies here to create a skin book. I was having to think of loads of different ways to approach this. So I've got a load of old books and I thought I had a hardback book which would make this even easier, but I don't. Not left of the ones that I got donated to me. There's this one, A Random History of Football, Colin Murray. Never going to read it. I think I might have even tried tearing the pages of this one at some point. They don't work for anything else that I've got in mind. So, I'm going to make this my skin book. So I've got a book. I've got some cardboard because I want to give it, that hardback kind of vibe. I've got some eyeballs because I'm going to have eyes on there. I've got some teeth because I'm going to have teeth poking out. That's why I've got a little bit of the air drying silk clay here, so I can put a bit of gum in there and a bit of eyelid around the eyes. I've got a load of old bed sheet here tattered up, and it is really old because it's no longer white, so I don't know how long I've had this for, but it's perfect for this job. I've got some gloves because I'm going to get messy. I have these random bits here. This is where it pays keeping really odd bags of bits. These are skins that formed on my tubs of varnish. So I pulled them out and thought, oh, there's something I can do with those. So I'm glad I've kept them because this one in particular, I have an ear. So we've got teeth, eyes, an ear. I thought about getting nails involved, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to go face this time. So let me save those random bits for another job for another day. I've got some PVA glue mixed with water. I've got my hot glue gun ready. I've got my staple gun ready because I want to staple some of the skin together, but I have to do that before I start putting it on. So first things first, I want to get the right size. In fact, that's pretty good. I reckon these two might do the whole thing. Got a rough line. That can work. Right. Let's, where was this one on the inside? Yes. Right. We're going to hot glue this one in place. Then we're going to do the same again. Right, we have our book. Now, the pages are all getting glued together. We're not worrying about it being a functioning book. This is going to be more of a bookend. What we're going to do when we glue our skin on is we're just going to slap a load of glue. Just roughly. In fact, we can probably do this as a starting point. Yeah, that'll do as a good starting point. So, I think what we'll do first is we'll just pick some random bits of this and staple it together. We're not going to worry about it ruckling or anything. Like, the more wrinkles, the better. Yeah, that's going to look good. Now, we may or may not be doing this in stages. We'll see how it goes. I'm wondering if it's going to be smart to... No, we're just going to go with the original plan. Glue. Gloves. We might add these bits towards the end or like in between layers. Let's do this. This has a really nice feel, by the way. I think what we're going to do is let that dry. So I'm going to clear up, put that in the front room to dry. I mean, it's looking cool already, I'll be honest. I like the way it's looking. And it is just, it feels really nice as well. Anyone who's played with a wet chamois leather will know what feeling I'm on about. It feels like that. Okay, this is our skin book at the moment, all dry. Looking pretty cool. So what we're going to do now is we're deciding what way up we're going to have it, and I think this is the best way. So we're a little bit overhang that edge. But I'm going to put, because we're going to do a little bit more skin work as of yet, so I'm going to cover up this little corner here where it hasn't quite covered. And then we'll look at gluing the features and putting a little bit of skin on top of that. So I have here the two bits that I want for here and across there. So let's just get that done now. I'll leave that in there because we might be using that as of yet. So let's look at our features and where we're going to put them. So I'm not going to think too much about them, I just want them to be skewed around. So let's just, I know that one's going there for sure because that's nestled in quite nicely. I want a bit of gum. Now the gum is going to get covered up with a flap of skin, so we're not going to worry about all this excess gum. We'll have a bit of gum peeking. Right, we have teeth, we have eyes. Are we going, because we're putting a bit of skin over those eyes, but are we going to also add a bit of this to get the skin on easier? We could do. It's handy, it wants to stick already, but we will put some super glue down. It's going to help hold the eyes in place a little bit more as well, I think, so let's do that. Don't need that much glue, that's for sure. So what we're going to need to do is get some skin in. Going over this. Let's just go for it. We'll need some smaller bits to go around the eyes. So let's... We've got to sort of what we're going to do with the ear as well, haven't we? I think it works on the side. Let's get the skin bits done first. Have I forgot to put the light on? Oh well. Well, Robert, I thought it suddenly got dark in here. It's because the suns are blaring outside. I didn't realise I didn't put my light on. That's okay. We'll roll with the atmosphere. It's getting quite dark. I'll probably get that on now, actually. It's going to be fiddly, and chances are I'm going to get this glued to my fingers. But now would be the best time to do this while everything's in a gluey wet stage. We're going to let that dry, and then when we come back, we'll be painting it, finishing touches, and gluing the ear on, which I'll clean up because it's covered in glue. So that's the plan. Our skin book is coming to life. Now, had a little experiment off camera, back slightly darker than front. So I needed to make this a bit more skin looking. So I was dabbling here with a little bit of outright colour, which we may go with. We'll see when we get to that point. But I think to begin with, we're going to go for a wash. Now, I wanted this to be quite aged. So I've made a really deep brown wash here. Well, not completely deep, sort of sun-scorched leather, should we call it? And I did a little test on the back, so we're going to be brave and move to the front. Let me bring these over here, actually. Quite often start out wrong way round. So what I'm going to do with this is put some on. Now that's quite deep as it is, and then add a load of water to wash it and drag it out. So it's already quite washy, but I need it a bit more washy than it is. So plenty of water. And we don't mind it going splotchy. In fact, we're going to want that because this is lots of different layers of skin. So they're not all going to be the same tone. Right, so what we're going to do is let that dry, and when we come back we'd have done a few more layers to build that up to really define. Then we will make sure our eyes are nice and clean, so we want those to be popping, and look at probably dry brushing. Unsure what colour. It's going to be a fleshy tone of some such, but you know, quite a muted fleshy tone. We don't want it to be too, that fine balance between a living and not living. So yeah, looking cool. I will leave it to dry flat though, like I did with the back, otherwise it'll slowly all run down. And we want it to be darker in where there's some deeper folds. Oh well, the skin book is complete. How cool does that look? Let's get a close-up. I finished him with washes, a very subtle dry brush, and then around some of these more tattered edges and where there's a distinct fold in the material, rawed it up a touch. So let's get up close and see just how beautiful he is. Look at that guy. Gal, creature. How cool does that look? Let me just get, that's better, there we go. Our skin book. Complete with ear. Complete around the back. Full of untold, unholy spells, stories. Oops. That's so cool looking, isn't it? That is something very fun, very creepy. Complete with teeth. Who knows how many people we used to make this book? Stapled together, bound in unholy format. For an old book and a load of old bed sheets. Couple of bonuses, of course. A little bit of silk clay in there. Some fake teeth. Some fake eyes. And a bit of old varnish. And we have a really cool book. I've been calling it the skin book because that's what it is. If any of you have a better name for it, then please do put it in the comments, because I'm open to change that. It's going to be skin book until something better comes along. So this is this one done. It is encroaching the end of October now, so this has officially finished in pretty much the last week, so it will be going up shortly after this point, alongside a few other skin related masterpieces. I'll have to get everything together for the very last one. I'll have to get myself all outfitted up. So I've got a really, really, really cool mask that I've got to get as much use out of as possible. Just because it's so cool. And this is the best time of the year for it, to be honest. So thank you so much for stopping by and checking me and my channel out. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope it's given you some ideas. Something to perhaps try yourself. Let me know what you think. I'll be very curious to hear your feedback. Like if you like what you see, comment if you've got something to say, and subscribe if you really like what you see and you want to see more and know when it's coming. Thank you all again so much. Take care and see you in the next one.